Today is Thursday, September the 6th, 2007, and we've just been back in Yuma less than 24 hours, and I've had quite a day. First time I've been here since May, and boy was it nice to be back in Yuma. Oh, but it's hot. It's a big day. Tonight's the beginning of the NFL for this season, and I don't want to miss the game, so I've got a lot of things I need to get done right quick. This morning I worked outside, should have got up early, laid there in bed waiting for it to be 6 o'clock in the morning, and I was going to get up in the daylight, plus be out there working in the cool. Went back to sleep, didn't get up until after 8. By the time I came in around 10:30, it was miserably hot. Lots of sweating, but the yard's in bad shape, but getting better. This afternoon I subbed from noon to 3:30 at the newest high school in the Yuma area, Gila Ridge, out towards the foothills. What a nice facility, and the staff and kids that I saw were just pretty darn neat. I think it's going to be a good school. Kind of perplexing though. One of the classes, history class, showed the Salem witch trials. Gee whiz, I'd read about them, but man, when it's being reenacted in front of your eyes, it's really gross. Done in the name of God, the Bible quoted, and it said, find the witches and destroy them. They did. If you were accused, if you would admit, confess, then they could punish you. If you'd confess and name somebody else, they didn't hang you. If you confessed and named somebody else, you're in prison. Oh, by the way, you think they're tough today. Those people had to pay a bill, daily bill, to be in jail. Can't say those Puritans weren't tight with a dollar. Well, it's kind of strange what the Bible can be quoted as supporting. And it's pretty sad to see that some people gained a whole lot by hanging those people. They didn't hang them with any trap door that broke your neck either. They hung you, let you swing until you choked to death. God, dear God in heaven, and to be doing it in the name of Christ, in the name of the church. Scary. Of course, this was a European settlement. This was in the early 1600s, so well before we became a nation. And you know, a lot of people came to this country for religious freedom, but they all brought with them their various ideas of what religion was. Cotton Mather was behind a lot of this, and some relatives of his, some politically connected people of his, took over the property of the people they were hung. There were people that had a vested interest in seeing some witches found and hung. Mind you anything about modern government and modern nations? It happened. I'd always read about it. But in this video, they not only reenacted, they read right from notes taken by the various people, the clerics that recorded what went on. I just shudder to think about it. There was hysteria. At the end of it, when people began to realize, oh, hey, this is not right, we're not doing the right thing, several of those that had accused others admitted that they did it to save their neck. And one of them stepped forward and said, I did it and I deserve to die. I don't think they did kill her, but this hysteria thing spread, and I guess you felt like if you're sitting in the audience, you better be an accuser before somebody names you as one of the people that ought to be hung. Well, today in our world, the Bible and the Bible of other beliefs, the Koran, etc., those books, those religious books, get quoted as the reason to support some pretty awful things. We better remember that Jesus was sent by God to tell us what God expects us to understand about the way He wants us to live. And we ought to think a great deal about the fact that He said, love thy neighbor, feed the poor, visit the sick and those in prison, and love your enemy. Remember that story of the Good Samaritan.